Hello, everybody. I'm Joey, and welcome to day 2 of Allie's and my, is that correct English? Mine and Allie's. Allie Gomez and I are doing a 2-day craft along Easter Made Easy. So we've made some projects for you, 4 cards and 2 tree baskets that we hope will give you ideas for Easter crafting and make it easy for you so that you don't have to think up what you're making. So we've made it for you. We've done all the measuring, the cutting, the designs, all of that, so that we can just share it with you. So today, yesterday was day 1, and I'll link that video below on the video in the description, video description. Click more below, and you might have to click more a second time. Sometimes you have to do that depending on what you see on your screen, and you can see day 1 if you missed it. So without further ado, let's get into day 2, and we'll do Allie's projects today. So hang on. Here we go. Now, if you pre-order the kit, you got a half a pack of the Splash of Sparkles Designer Series paper. You got a full pack of the 2024-2026 in color pearls, and you also got a full bolt of the bubble bath ribbon, as well as all of the kits for the cards. In this is what my kit looks like. Your name would have been at the top, and then all your card bits. Now, I have mine cut with the DSP already and some of the die cutting done. So yours won't look exactly like mine, but that's what how it's coming to you basically. Then you also got a full PDF. So there's 9 pages of this PDF with lots of photos, dimensions, instructions, all of that. Now, if you missed that and you still want to get a kit, you still can, and I'll tell you how after we get started. But let's go ahead and make Allie's card. We made my 3 yesterday, so we're going to turn to her part of the tutorial. We also, I don't know if I said, we also put in 2 bonus projects. This is my bonus project. I forgot to show it yesterday, but this is mine, and all the instructions and measurements for that as well. And now today we're going to jump into Allie's projects. All right, so I'm going to grab my kit that I prepped for myself, and very similar to those I prepped for you if you pre-order the kit, or the ones I will prep for you if you qualify for the kit. Gosh, words. If you qualify for the kit this week by sending in an order for $75 or more in my online store, I will send you all the card supplies as well as the DSP and some gems and some ribbon. Not the full packs like we put in the pre-ordered kits, but you'll get enough to make all the projects from yesterday and today. That would be for 6 projects. And then you can make them too. And or you can also, oh, you know what? I think I cut the wrong, no, maybe I didn't. I'm just looking through everything here, making sure I've got all my bits. I do quite a bit of this ahead of time, just so the video doesn't get super long. But any die cutting that is not in any dies that are not in the bundle itself, the Easter basket bundle, that is this bundle. So this is what the bundle looks like for the dies. You've got the grass, the scallop for the basket, the eggs, the bunnies, some jonquils. These are the cutest set of dies. And then these are the stamps. Aren't they super cute for Easter and for spring? Anything for, they would work as well for anything spring. Let's go ahead and start doing some stamping. I'm going to grab my piercing mat and a piece of the bubble bath designer series paper. I'm going to put down some scrap paper just so it doesn't get on my mat. This is the kind of sparkly side. So every side of this paper has either gold accents or iridescent accents. And you'll see those as we go through the projects. But it's just really a fun spring paper that I had a lot of fun designing with. I know Allie did too. It was very fun because of all the pretty colors and color combinations. We're just going to take a piece of that DSP. This is 2 by 5 and a fourth. Now, in the instructions, if you already have the PDF when you're watching this, I think Allie has hers at 5 and 1/8. I went ahead and just cut mine at 5 and a fourth. And I'm just stamping these cute little eggs. Now I'm stamping them on Bubble Bath, so it's just going to be a very faint outline. Well, outline, does that make sense? Very faint image of these little eggs. This is a very easy way to add, oops, that's not good. Well, again, since it's so light, I think we're okay. And I'm kind of turning my egg different ways so it doesn't look too patterned. Although when I saw Allie's card at first, I thought, oh, I didn't remember there being an egg paper. Well, of course it wasn't, because this isn't actual Easter paper. We just made our Easter projects with it. And then I thought, oh, better read the directions where she said she did stamp on the DSP. I'd forgotten there was this really soft bubble bath DSP in the paper pack. Now we're going to put this on, actually, a white inside mat. But before I do that, I'm going to kind of place this here. We're going to stamp the inside greeting and the chick, the little chick. I haven't actually made Allie's cards, so I'm kind of looking at the PDF as well today. All right, so we're going to stamp this cute little chick up here, kind of a little above the center, and then we're going to do Easter's on its way in Memento Black as well. Let me grab that little greeting. Easter's on its way. Where are you? Been doing a lot of stamping of Easter projects, and my Be Creative Club projects uses a whole new suite called Paradise Garden, and then Allie and I are working on another craft along, so I have had a lot of stamping products on my desk and gathered in bins because we just dropped, Stampin' Up! Just dropped a whole group of new online exclusives, and we're having lots of fun making cute projects with those. You know, the annual catalog is not as big anymore, nor actually are the mini catalogs as big anymore as they were at one time over the past couple of years. They've been making them smaller, and now they're going to do a whole new thing with catalogs, which I think is really actually a good idea. So instead of an annual catalog that goes all year, they're going to have 3, my understanding is 3 catalogs a year. I read it briefly, so don't hold me to it. I'm using my Lemon Lolly dark blends marker for this little chick, and I'm just going to go around kind of the edges and under his wing and low on his tummy, and then the lighter one to fill in. But I think it'll be good because the ones that come out that used to be mini catalogs, they will also have all the main supplies in them like our annual catalog does. Now, so far, it's the only catalog that goes all year, and it just has all our cardstock, our gems, ribbons, all of that. Basic supplies like envelopes, clear envelopes, some of the kits stay in that all year long. So on this one, you can kind of see the iridescent sparkle in it. We had so much fun designing with this paper. I was going on and on about it yesterday, but it just turned out so cute with the Easter products. Anyway, so I think that's going to be actually better. You can always have a written, a printed catalog of what's current. They will still, my understanding is they will still keep online exclusives, so those aren't going away. But every catalog will have all our basics in it. If I'm understanding that, correct me now. Correctly, that's what I'm understanding it to be, but we'll get a whole bunch of more information about that this week. I am actually as you are watching this video, it's being released. Oh, I know why Allie did that. Because this paper is 5 and this would be 5 and let's look at her directions and let's make sure we know what we're talking about. This is, let me see, DSP, 2 by 5 and 3/8. That's why, is that right? Yeah. This one is 2 by 5 and 3/8. Oh, that's why I made mine 5 and a 4th. Did she say? All right, let me double check. 5 and 3/8 and a bubble bath pattern 5 and 1/8. Yeah, so she made her bubble bath pattern have a white edge on it, so it was a little bit shorter. I put mine at 5 and a 4th. You could do it either way, but this one I cut the way she had it stated at 5 and 3/8. Okay. Anyway, getting off track with my crafting, thinking about the new catalog format. Let's go ahead and put this on. Anyway, so once I get back from On Stage, which is in Long Beach, California, March 12th through the 14th, I'll know more. I hope. I'm expecting to learn more. Isn't that cute already? Just that. So this is just a cute little easy Z fold. Easy peasy. You can all do this. You can all make this very easily. All right. Now, in your kits, if you got them from us, you got all of these bits cut to size. So this piece is, let me read it here. We cut these a few days ago, so I need to kind of review. This basic white is 2.5 by 4, and this is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, let's go ahead and let's put the rest of this. I've got a lot of things here ready to go, but we have a few more steps on this one to get ready. So what Allie did is she took a blending brush and bubble bath ink, and we're going to blend on some bubble bath ink. I don't want to mess up any of my little things that I already have prepped. I'm going to just brush this off on my scrap paper first. And then I'm going to just do a gentle wash of color. And it's going to be very gentle. And you might not even be able to see it on the video because bubble bath is already such a soft, soft, soft color. And I'm also blending it off. I don't want to splotch color anywhere. So usually it's helpful with the blending brush. I'm going to do it darker than maybe I normally would in person. If you were here in person, I'm going to do it just a little bit darker because of video. You can't see it unless I do. So we're just sponging, no, we used to call it sponging, blending on some bubble bath ink in the background to just give it a little bit of something, something in the background. All right, now, oops, I smudged it. Oh, well, we'll pretend like that doesn't exist. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my Timid Tiger. I shared in yesterday's video that I have become a big fan of Timid Tiger. It's just a really beautiful spring light orange. I like it. I like it especially paired with purple and pink. It's really, really pretty. Okay, so now we've got that on. let's go ahead and do a little bit of work on our basket that's going to go on this. There's a die in this set of dies. It's this one. And what it does is cuts a lot of little strips. It cuts these little basket strips like this. And so it cuts quite a few of them, as you can see from there. I cut them yesterday, die cut them yesterday, but in order to save some time on the video, I already did some weaving. Now I'm going to show you some weaving in and out today, just so you get to see what this looks like, or how to do it. So let me just show you what I did there. So I've already done those two. And then what I did for this one, I'm going to this basket is slits. So these are all slit like so. And so actually am going to put this in like so. Of course on video it doesn't want to work. And then I'm going to put it through. Now back through again, and we're just gonna, now it's a little bit humid here in Lincoln today. I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska. I don't know if I shared that. So this cardstock wants to bend instead of staying straight. So I'm gonna weave it pretty closely, trying not to bend it. Pushing it through. Actually, it went pretty quickly yesterday. Today, of course, since it's on video, it's not going quite as smoothly. Maybe I'm going to pull it out just a bit more. I wonder if that'll help. No, then I'll have to bend my cardstock. Yesterday, it went pretty quickly when I did the other two to prep for today. But of course, on video, it's not going as smoothly as it goes when I'm not on video. All right, let's put this back under here. You could use different colors too. I've seen different projects with it where demonstrators use different colors instead of all the same, but Ellie used all bubble bath strips. We'll pull this through. I wonder if it's because I'm closer to the bottom of this that the weaving's a little bit tighter. So I'm going to scooch this up just a touch. And then that might help go a little bit easier. I don't want it to really bend very much, so I am kind of taking my time. Whoops. Well, too late now, it's bent. And then one more time through here. You'll notice on none of my projects did I do the weaving in the basket. I'll show you my projects that we made yesterday at the end of the video, so stay tuned so you don't miss anything. Okay. By the way, the PDF for this is available in my Beacon store for purchase, and you can find that link below the video. There we go. That's pretty much what we wanted. Or you can put in an order in my online store. The link is there at the top of my screen. Whoops, can I even, here we go. createwithjoeyshop.com, www.createwithjoeyshop.com. And I'll send you, if your order is $50 or more, I'll send you the PDF for free this week. Or if you want all the supplies for these cards and the treat boxes, we are offering those this week through Sunday. It would be Sunday I want to say the 15th. Let me double check on that. Yep, Sunday the 15th. If you put an order in my online store, I will send you all the supplies for these cards. Not the whole pack of DSP like people got that pre-ordered it, and the whole pack of gems and the whole bolt of ribbon. But I will send you enough of those things to make your projects. So I'll have all the supplies cut for you just like I did for them, other than what's in the die cutting for whatever's in the bundle won't be done, but everything else will be done. All right, and then Allie is, I'm going to clean up those little basket strips in a moment, but she put a contrasting scallop where on mine, which I'll show you in a moment, did all mine were monochromatic. But that's why I think, honestly, Allie and I, you get the best of both worlds. With us, we share a lot of the same design aesthetics. We like our designs to be pretty clean. Now I'm just going to trim along here these little. I didn't use any glue because I feel like it's too tedious. Now we might all watch Allie's video on this and see if she used any glue, but I didn't because I just thought it was going to get glue everywhere. I knew I would get glue everywhere. I don't know um, if she gets glue everywhere on something piddly like that, but I know I do. Now I'm just thinking maybe I did not die cut the grass for this basket, so we might need to get out the die cutting machine and die cut the grass for this. And then actually I have most of the rest of it done. We can just put our cards all together. Let's put this aside, not lose that. Now I'm going to grab my grass and let's get this back here. I know this is very close to the camera. Let's move it this way though, maybe you can see better. And this is not Secret Sea, that's blue. Shy Shamrock had two S colors all mixed up. So we're going to do Shy Shamrock Grass, which is the same green that's in the same green that's in the DSP. We pretty much stuck with those colors for the most part. All right, so got that done. I think I've got the rest of the die cutting done. So let's go ahead and start putting this all together. Now, I did go ahead and stamp the flowers. Yesterday I showed how I did all this, and I think I will show that again just in case you missed all that yesterday. This is my very quick way of making a lot of bits like this that are small and take a long time to actually stamp individually and then die cut individually. So all of these I die cut two at a time. So all the eggs, the chicks, the bunnies, I just put them on the machine with one 5.5 by 8.5, two of them back to back, and I stamped all these, or die cut them all at one time. Then I'm stamping them like this, where I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and ink my stamp, and then I'm going to just very gently and carefully lay this guy right on top, following the outline of the stamp. Put it on top, give it a gentle press. Take another glass block, try not to move it, and then we're just going to press on it a bit, and voila. For me, that goes much faster than stamping and then die cutting all these little bits of images. So try that. If you feel like, oh no, I never get it lined up, just be brave and try it, because I think you will. I think you'll be surprised. It's not as hard as maybe it looks. All right, let's go ahead and color these flowers. So for this I used, let's use dark first. Dark Bubble Bath in the flowers. I know I've got a mess here. And I'm going to do that first around the petals, or around the center of the flower rather. And I'm not going to be too dainty with this. And then we'll blend in the light just around the edges. Now, since it's such a light color, I don't think you're going to be able to see in the camera very little difference. There is a difference in person, but I know it's probably not showing up. And then for the stems, I used, and Ellie used, both of us used Shy Shamrock for our flowers as well, like so. And then, what else have we got here? We have got, I couldn't tell by her photos if she had yellow in the middle, but I went ahead and put yellow. So this is still dark lemon lolly I'm using for the center of the flowers. And I didn't do these here, but so you have two sets of flowers for this particular card. Now I did go ahead and I did my tulips the same way that I just showed you how to do the groups of flowers. Whoops, that chick he's nailed down. Was trying to pick him up. Okay, now we do have one more bunny, I guess, here in this basket. But I guess we have one more thing we have to do a little coloring on. So for this bunny, I'm going to take light bubble bath and go ahead and color in his ears a little bit. Just a little bit there. I'll have all the products I'm using today linked below the video, so you can, it's easy, one-click ordering. You can just click below to order if you'd like to. So all the products are listed, as I said, below the video, in the video description. All right, then Allie used gray granite, light gray granite. I think on my samples I actually used smoky and slate, but either one works. This is light gray granite because that's what she had. And I'm just going to just do barely a little outlining where there might be more of a shadow. And that's all I'm going to do on this little bunny for color. Maybe just a little bit there. It just gives a little bit of detail. And we're not going to see the bottom of him anyway because he's going to be in the basket. All right, our basket is sat for a moment. Now let's go ahead and put this grass in the basket. So I'm going to grab my glue. Now yesterday I kind of had a war with my glue. So today I'm going to try and be a little more careful and take a little extra time. Usually glue and I get along pretty well, but yesterday was not that day. Okay, so there we go. Just a little bit, a light little bit. And I think I'm going to use my tool here, my take your pick tool. There's a putty end on the end of this, and so if I don't want to get something like this on my hands, as in the glue, I'm going to just line this up kind of like so. Isn't that cute? It is super cute with these little coordinating, contrasting strips. I just would not do a lot of those. It's just me. I'm not big on doing those tiny little things that a lot of you love to do, and bless your hearts, you do you. It just, for me, I'm not patient enough with it. I guess that's probably the main reason. If you have more patience, you're probably great at that. Now, I just realized that there's only one bouquet of flowers in this little basket. I'm looking at Allie's sample. And this is, oops, not that. We want this one first, or do we? I'm looking at her. I did not make hers up ahead of time. Maybe I already said that. So she put the tulips in first. So let's do that. Just putting a mini glue dot on the stems at the bottom so that I can stick these in like so. And she has this first little tulip coming out in front of the basket, which I think is cute. Then let's do this flower. She's got this in back. I don't have any glue on that yet, but let me grab a mini glue dot for that one. And we'll put this tulip next. This is not a tulip. This is a group of flowers. I'm not sticking this too hard because I want to make sure I am doing it the way she did it. I think she tucked this one kind of in front of these flowers too and kind of headed it over this direction. We're going to put a bunny over there. So again, I'm not, and she's got the bunny coming out kind of like mine was in my project that used this bunny in the basket. Kind of where his ears and his head is going in front, like so. It's going in front. Oops, whoops. I'm going to stick him in a little bit lower, kind of like, I guess she has him, looking at her picture, she's got him up pretty far here, and that looks cute, super cute. That is so, so cute. Good job, Ellie. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and stick this in here. Now, these are all kind of loosely arranged there because I wasn't wanting to stick anything down till we knew we had everything where we wanted it. So I'm going to stick down the bunny, the flowers, flower stems, and everything with dimensionals because those mini glue dots are only there for initially putting them in place. Now, this is going to help our little strips of basket weaving too. Just going to do like so, maybe one in the middle as well. That's going to help with that. So now we've got everything, I think, secured down pretty well. Let's take off all these backings, trying not to stick the dimensionals to our fingernails as we go. Adhesive, you gotta have it, right? I'm looking at Allie's picture here. I think her tulip was not in front of this guy. But I think I've already got it too glued down, so we're going to leave it. It's cute, just the way it is. It's fine. It's going to be fine. It's just fine. All right, that goes down there. And then before we get this on our card, let's go ahead and make the bow first, depending on if I can see where I put my ribbon. Here we go. Before we put this on the front of our card. So now Allie did this as a double bow, and I did a double bow in yesterday's video on my basket, and I didn't cut the ribbon long enough, so I was kind of struggling with it. So we're going to cut it plenty long today. All right. Plus, I was trying to tie the two basket handles together, so, you know, there was that part of it. I'm going to tie this around. All you do to make a double bow is you just treat both strands as one. And that's the only secret if there's a secret. I'm going to pull this through like this. Allie made her bow kind of fancy. She separated the loops and made them stand out from each other. So we'll do that too. She's got her, well, if we can. I haven't made this fancy of a bow. I usually just leave it, but I'm trying to make it look like hers. We'll pull this in just a touch. And then she's got hers pulled out like this. Now I've got my all four loops separated, so I'm going to give it an extra little tug. Well, it might not look exactly like hers, but we can all make our bows the way we think they look pretty, and they're pretty no matter what. We don't have to have everything look exactly alike. Okay. I think Allie's bow is a little smaller, but we're going to go for this big bow today. All right, let's go ahead and shorten it like so. All right, I think, my friends, we're ready to put this on the front of our card. So we're putting this, let's get this stuff cleared away. Do you ever get in a place on your craft table where you're crafting in like about a 6 by 6 space and you've got a whole big table. Well, that's apparently what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to clear this stuff out. Oh, my goodness. All right, now we want to make sure this is only stuck on this side. Otherwise, we're going to glue our card shut. So I'm going to grab, you could use tear and tape if you really wanted this stuck down really well. I do want it stuck down really well, but I'm going to use dimensionals, partly because I like when it's popped up. I'm feeling underneath there, so I don't, this is where that bow is, and I don't want it to be super bulky right there, so I don't want dimensionals on top of that bow. I think that's probably good. Let's go with that. And there we go. Now, if you want just the PDF for this class, I don't know if I said this part. I know I'm kind of all over the place, a little scattered today, a lot going on, like this. If you want just the PDF, you can get the PDF free with a $50 order in my online store. And if you want the whole card kit, then you put in a $75 order. And also, when you put in a $75 order, you get the, looking for my gems. Sorry, guys. I don't know where my gems are. I know they're here. And it's almost a whole pack. I think I put them, I put them with the pile of stuff that I was showing you earlier. Okay, Allie's got, she's got the light pink ones on this card. Anyway, if you put in $75 in our online stores, you get, you qualify then to get the product of the month for just $5. And the product of the month, this month, I'm going to cover this. I don't know if it's really covering it up, but we're going to say it is. Let's just put a few more gems here, maybe down here, here. No, maybe not. We'll call that good. There we go. Cute, huh? Super cute. Alrighty, so there is card number 1 for today. I meant to grab that. I have the product of the month. It's a spring stamp set with some bunnies and some other guys in it. I'm trying to see if it's where I can grab it quickly. Hang on for just a second. I'm going to go to my new stamp sets. No, sorry. It wasn't where I thought it might be, so I don't want to take any more time. Sorry. Let's go ahead to our second project. But it's very cute. When you're shopping online, you can go take a peek at it and see if it's one you'd like to add to your collection. Okay, let's go to card number 2 for Ellie's. This one is, the card base is Fresh Freesia, which is just this light pinky purple. And then for this one, Allie has, let me go to her, I have to look at her design here. We'll set this one aside. We'll bring it back later when we go through all the projects. On the front of her card, she's got a piece of 4 by 5 1/4, and at the bottom, we're going to stamp Happy Easter in Highland Heather. Although now that I say that, I'm not really sure this is Highland Heather or, yeah, it is Highland Heather. Okay, good. I hadn't read her directions. I just thought it was, so I went with that. But I thought, oh, it could have been gorgeous grape. All right, so let's do Happy Easter at the bottom of this one. Grabbing my piercing mat again. I'm going to set this aside with all of our other bits, just so I don't lose them. I know, you don't think I could lose them, do you? I'm saying that facetiously. All right, we are inking up. Let's get in the picture. Inking up in Highland Heather. And we're going to go up about, she's got this about 1/2 inch from the bottom here. So we'll do the same. Happy Easter. So cute. Even just the font is super cute on this stamp set. Now, if you don't have this stamp set and bundle, you can obviously order it. I'll have it linked below. But if you have any other sets that are Eastery and all these kinds of images, you could definitely use what you have and still use our card kit. Okay. Oh, I did have grass for this one. That's good. And flowers and all the rest. All right, so this should go together fairly quickly. This does have a bunny in it, or a chick in it too. Okay, so what have we got here? We have got, she said 3 pieces of the purple and pink pattern. These are 1 1/4 by, I think 4, pretty sure 4, yeah. So, and she's got these on here, kind of helter-skelter. But from her picture, I mean, I know that's what she said in the directions, but from her picture, it looks to me like it's, the pink one is in the middle. So, either way, it's going to look super cute. Most of this is going to get covered up anyway. But you could do it either way. You know, cards are just supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be right or wrong. All right, I'm going to get some adhesive out here, and I'm going to start on the left. I'm going to angle it just a touch, not too much. Kind of looking at the top. I'm trying to kind of look at her sample. I'm going to put pink. We'll have to watch her video and see if she does pink or all 3 purple. Now I'm just going to angle this one a little bit differently, the opposite direction, and then let's do, this has more iridescence on it. Let's use this one. I cut it both ways. I wasn't quite sure which way I was going to go. Let's see. She's got this kind of tucked under like that. Yeah, kind of like that. There we go. Then, now, she's got this all on a big vellum circle. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put this all together on the vellum circle. So on this card, we've got 2 groups of flowers. I already showed you how to stamp and die cut those, or at least the way I did it, to save a little time. But if you want to stamp and die cut them first, that is probably the way to have the most even margin around your paper. Well, you know what, kids? I think we need to get the grass on here so we can tell where to put all this stuff. So let's do that. For this, I am going to, I think I will use liquid glue, but not a lot. Remember, not a lot. I'm doing much better today not getting liquid glue all over my fingers. All right, let's do that. Got carried away yesterday, I guess. All right, now let's go ahead and pull up the grass, and we're going to put this about where it goes to the edges of the vellum circle. It's kind of hard to see in the photo. It's kind of hard to see how this all goes because of the glare of the iridescent in the photo. All right, so we're going to tuck this guy in back here. I'm not going to push anything down yet. And then these flowers go right next to those flowers. Now, I didn't put any glue at the top of my grass, only at the very bottom. Okay, now I've got these, and did I stamp my bunny yet? This little bunny is going to go here. So we're going to have to color him. Well, it's got stuck to the chick. Okay. I just want to make sure I have room for him. So I'm coming up here. All right, let's stamp these 2 guys. Put this away for now. Let's get ink on our bunnies and our chick stamps. Here, that's the egg. We know what that guy. Here's a little chick, and let's see which one of the bunnies. I've got 2 bunnies. Is it this guy? Yeah, this one. Alrighty, So we'll go back to our faster way to do all the stamping and die cutting. And we'll ink these both up. Let's do this one by itself first. Memento black. We're going to lay this little die cut down here. Press. And try not to move it though. You don't want to scooch it around. Yep, that's good. I feel like that's good. For me, it's good enough. It's worth the time savings to me to have it maybe not be absolutely as perfect as I can get it by stamping first and then die cutting. So, and it also in a long video saves me from getting in and out the die cutting machine multiple times in a video. Got a hair stuck under this little chick. That might have messed it up. Oh no, it didn't. We're good. We're good. Yay. Sometimes a little thing like that can mess you up. All right, so we've got these. We'll do just a teensy bit of coloring. And then we've got this card just about done. We're going to color in our lemon lolly again. Going to start with dark for our little chick. And not being too putsy with this coloring. I'm just doing a little bit of outlining where it would probably be the darkest and then filling in with a lighter color. If you've watched me before, you've heard me say I'm not a big fan of a lot of coloring. I don't mind to do a little, but I don't like to do a lot. All right, let's make this bunny's nose pink. Let's do the darker. I don't think I colored any of the rest of my bunny's noses. I'll have to go back and do that. And then the lighter one for the cheeks. And then a little in the ears. And then just a tiny bit of light gray granite. We'll save that little chick for later. Again, not too much, just a bit to give a little bit of dimension. Where there would be a shadow. Now, he's going to show a little bit more than the other bunnies, so I want to make sure I've got a little coloring around his bottom of his body, I should say, not his bottom. We're not coloring bottoms here. All right, let's go ahead and grab this. Now, on her, I'm going to look at her sample again. She's got him tucked in back here with the flowers. So let's put some dimensionals on him. I'd love for you to comment. Let me know where you're watching from. And let me know if you're enjoying the projects over the past couple days. Also, if you are enjoying them, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also click the notification bell, because if you don't click the notification bell, they just don't notify you. They just don't. You can subscribe and still never see a video of mine come up. So if you want to see more, just make sure you do that. Then also subscribe to my newsletter, because I do send free tutorials pretty much every week, sometimes more than one a week, but usually at least once a week. Very, very seldom do I ever miss a week. Sometimes, in a rare occasion, I might. Okay, so there we go for that. Before we do that, let's get this on our card base. So there's a link to subscribe for my newsletter as well below the video description. All my links are there, so you can find out about my Be Creative Club. You can find out about all my events, everything, my Facebook group. And if you make any of these, I'd love for you to share on my Facebook group. It's called Create with Joey Stampers Group. Let me grab some dimensionals. So I'd love for you to share what you're making there as well. Even if it's not Easter, even if it's something else, we would love to see what you're making there. A lot of sweet people are with me on that page, and we just love to see each other's creativity. Okay, I think that's good. Let's call it good. And I'll go ahead and get this cute little guy down here. And then she has her little chick in front. Isn't that a cute, super cute little garden scene there? I love the way she did all this. Okay, so let's put a little chickaroo down here. Oh gosh, I looked at my screen and I thought I had frozen. Oh, we don't want that. Okay, I'm going to stick him over here in front of the grass. And now we just need a bow for this one and some gems. And then we'll be on to our card. Our last basket, a treat holder is, well, I have Allie's treat holder. And we've got all of our projects. And I'll show you all of them at the end of the video today. So stay tuned and so you don't miss seeing everything that we're making. Okay, now we're going to do the double bow again. Uh-oh. Don't make sure there's nothing sticky on your hands. I don't know where all this stickiness is coming from. Usually I'm pretty good not getting things sticky on not getting my fingers sticky, but boy, today, better than yesterday, but still I'm finding it hard to keep my hands out of the stickiness. So again, when we're tying a double bow, you're just using 2 strands of ribbon or twine. And treating it as one. That's the only trick. If there is one, that's the trick. So now you know all our secrets. Okay, let's get that. That's still kind of big, I think. Next to that little chick, that's a pretty big bow. Now, I would putz with this a little bit more if I weren't on video, but just so you get the idea of it and where to put everything and how to do what we did, I'm going to not putz with the bow any more than I just did. And we're going to stick this guy kind of down here. And then let's get some gems on this one. Oh, you know what? Hang on. I think Allie might have colored her gems. Let's see what she says here. Add gems randomly. She didn't say she did it, but I think she colored the gems. Let's, first of all, find the gems. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I'll find them. Don't give up. All right, here we go. I'm pretty sure she colored these, but we won't do it just because it doesn't say so. I will use these little purplier ones because we use fresh freesia. These are really petunia pop. That's what the package says, but they look really sweet. And I love the colors in this card. Isn't that cute? So cute. So cute. Alrighty, so there's that one. Now we're on to our last project. This is a cute little treat holder, and I'm going to show you first what the box looks like. Now, Allie did this out of pattern paper, and we're going to do it out of pattern paper too. But I'm going to show you first how to do it on cardstock because I think you can see it better in the camera. So she says in the directions to take a piece of 4x8 designer series paper, and to that ends we're using pink, as I said. But I'll show you it finished with her design that uses the pattern paper, but I just think it's going to be easy for you to see. on cardstock. So now I have scored it at 4. So this is 4 by 8 and scored on the long side at 4. Now we're going to do some other scoring with our paper trimmer. So before you do that, let's get rid of this for a minute. I'm going to move the camera just a touch so you can see the ruler down at my corner. Although it's not going to be super easy to see, but I'll walk you through it so you know what to do. So we're going to line this up, and I'm going to mark the 2-inch place on this side, right at the 2 inches. Okay, I'm going to turn around, do the same thing on this side, like so. Now I'm going to take my paper trimmer, and we're going to make some lines. I'm going to scoot out my lens markers here for a moment. All right, so I'm going to find that 2-inch score line, 2-inch mark rather, and I'm going to put the groove of so here's the score line, even on the cardstock, it's hard to see. And here's the 2-inch mark, and here is the edge of the score line. So I'm going to, make sure you use your scoring blade, it's the gray one. And then I'm just going to score that like that. And again, I know that's going to be hard to see. And you can barely see it there, but so you have to trust me. And then we'll go on the opposite side and go from the score line to the 2-inch mark on the other side. Okay, so I'm just lining that up in my my groove for my paper cutter. Okay, see what's happening? And then we're going to just do the exact same thing on the other side. So let's go like this. So 2-inch mark, fold line, line those up in the trimming groove, whatever you want to call that. Okay, scoring blade and score, and then one more. So we're going to do this one, scoring line, 2-inch mark, same thing. So you're going to do all of those scores like that so that you're going to get this little triangle box like so. Okay, this is going to come together like this. Okay, we're going to tie it together at the end, but that's how that comes together. So it's really simple. I'm going to show you how to do the holes. So this is how I did it. Well, again, I haven't watched her make this, but this is how I put these together like so, and then I'm going to turn it so I can hold it. And I'm taking my punching tool. You can take anything that you have. Let's see, I want to make sure I'm on the 1/8 inch side, yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and punch those together like so. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these in like this. Again, I didn't watch her make this, so I'm not sure. So you can see here's no holes. Here's the holes on the outside. And then I took my pencil and I marked where to do my other holes. Make sense? Okay, same thing here. Okay, now, actually I could have only marked one side. And then I'm going to do the same thing, but now I can see where to put my holes and punch. Okay, I missed it, but I think we'll be okay. All right, so when you close it, it should line up. Yeah. Whoops. No, I need to be closer than that. So it might be better on this one to just go ahead and, my other two, I've made this 2 or 3 times, and of course they were all fine. So we're going to pretend like I got to get this right under the light so I can see it. Okay. These do need to line up because when you fold it up together, they have to There we go. That's going to work. Oops. I need to tear it. It's going to work. This isn't our final project anyway, but this is showing you how to do the holes. Okay? Now, for the ribbon, I'm going to show you how I did the ribbon. So I took the ribbon and I went in from down here like so. Hold on, I got to make sure I did this. I have it. Yeah, that's right. And then around to the outside of this one. Okay? And then through this side. Now let's make this a little more pointy. There we go. So it comes through the other side. Oh, for Pete's sakes. There we go. Okay. Uh-oh, something. Yeah, that's right. And then back through this one. I'm going to go ahead and do this so when I go to the DSP, you know what it's supposed to look like. Okay? So that's how I have it. I did the same thing with the DSP that I did with this one, but I thought, like I said, I thought you could see this better with the cardstock. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this together, and can you see how it just kind of pulls this whole treat box together? Now, if you're going to put treats in it, you want to put them in now. Well, before this. So you're going to put your treats in or your little whatever you've got, and then tie your bow. I obviously didn't need this much ribbon, so I'm going to go ahead and tie it up here like so. So your ribbon's going to be a bow at the end like so, and see how that closes it up then? So it's pretty easy. It's just getting your score lines and then getting your ribbon in the right way. Now I'm not going to cut my ribbon on this because I'm going to redo this and so I don't waste the ribbon. But that's how it goes. And then Allie just decorated it with a little bunny and a timid tiger circle. This is going to go like this. This is our little bunny. We've got a flower on the front. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the greeting on this. The green on this. And we've got all kinds of, we've got templates for cutting and scoring. And Allie's got this all laid out here very carefully with her photos. And I need to remember how she did the bunny on the front. Okay, so I think this would be the top because the folds go over. So we want that to be the top. Let's go ahead and put our timid tiger circle in here. Let me grab some dimensionals. This would actually hold quite a few little mini eggs too, if you wanted to put mini eggs in there. It could hold a mini Rice Krispie treat. Let's go in here. My bow's looking pretty sad, but you get the idea. All right, then let's color this bunny. Let's just do ears on this guy. He's not going to get any shading today, but let's at least give him some pink cheeks and a pink nose. Like so. Oh, we'll give him a little color. Can't let him be the only one that doesn't have any color. Whoops. Then we'll put a greeting on. Once you got the hang of this, you could make quite a few of these in a fairly short amount of time, and they don't take a lot of paper. It's 4 by 8, so you could definitely get 2 out of 1 piece of cardstock if you use cardstock. And you could get, let's see, what would you get out of a piece of 12 by 12? You would get 4, I think. So either way, cardstock or DSP. Okay, we're going to call that good. Oh, I thought I had colored this flower. No? Well, let's do one more flower. Our last hurrah for the die cutting first and the stamping second. So again, we'll grab the Memento Black. And let's ink this up really well. And we'll go ahead and put this down gently. Try not to move it once you put it down. Close any open ink pads. Okay, press it down. Then we've got our flowers ready to go. And let's give this little tulip. All Allie's tulips are orange in this craft along. So it's pretty easy to be consistent with it. They're all Timid Tiger. That's light. This is dark. Put our bunny to the side. Now remember, again, just a reminder, if you want just the PDF for this, you can purchase it. I'll have the link below in the video description. Or you can get it free with a $50 order through March 18th. Whatever Sunday is, I think I said the 18th. Like this. And then or you can get the whole kit plus the PDF, all the supplies for these cards with a $75 order in my online store. Whoops, let's do some leaves. Including the PDF. So you get the PDF, all the card kit supplies, enough DSP and ribbon and gems to make the cards. Not the full packs like if you pre-ordered it, but you can get enough to make these. And then you also qualify for the product of the month when you put in a $75 order for $5. So that's a nice bonus, an extra bonus of putting in the $75 order. Okay, well, I need more mini dimensionals. Oh, well, we'll make this. We'll go ahead and go with this. Maybe I'll put one more bigger one on here. Okay, so she's got him kind of over like this, and she's got her flower kind of down like this. Now we're going to put a greeting on this, and we've got all of our projects. And hang on for a few more minutes, and I'll show you all the projects we made for this. She's got this kind of down here. Okay, now the greeting is stamped in Memento Black, and we use the For You on this one as well. I'm going to just make sure I cleaned off my green ink from this, just to be sure. And thanks so much for watching today and being part of our craft along. We really, really appreciate you. We love partnering together. We've been partnering together quite a bit since the fall, I think we started. Okay, we've got this down. This is just a little piece of bubble bath, and it is 1/2 inch by, I think, 2. Let me check it. 1/2 inch by 2, yes. And now we're just going to flag this with scissors, like so. To do that, I'm just going to cut into it a little bit right down the middle. Then I'm going to bring up the corners to meet that, to meet it right there. Same on this side. Now, if you have a punch, we have a punch that'll do this for you on these smaller pieces. But it's just as easy to do it this way too. And then we're going to put this down here at the bottom. She's got hers right at the bottom here under her bunny, kind of like that. And I think that's going to work just fine. So let's do that same thing that she did. And let's put a dimensional on both sides of this greeting. And we'll put a few gems on. And then I'm ready to show you all of our 6 projects. And again, there are 2 extra ones in the PDF. So you get 2 bonus ones. Whoops, I don't want this too. Well, I might have to put it kind of in front of the bunny. I guess mine's going to have to actually go a little to the side. Kind of get it kind of like that. Oh, it looks funny though, doesn't it? We need this to be squared up. So, all right, don't do as I do. Do as I say. Put this circle up just a touch, pulling very, very gently and slowly. Might not look like that, but that's what I'm doing. I'm putting this circle up higher. And there we go. I like that much, 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 much better. And then we got it centered. And again, I'll trim this little bow later, but for now, I'm not going to take the time. Let's put some gems. And again, she is pink. Ellie is all into the pink gems on these. So we'll do just like she did it. Like so. And where's the other one? Oh, she's got one down here. That looks nice too. There we go. Okay, so let me know which of today's projects is your favorite. This ribbon's kind of driving me crazy, but I don't want to waste it, so I'm not going to cut it yet. And then this one. Now, yesterday, I'll show you what I made in day 1 video. And I'll link that video below if I didn't say that. So this is one card we made yesterday. The other one we made was an easel card. So all of these are in the PDF. Isn't that cute? They turned out so cute. And then I made a little basket with we put some little eggs in it, Easter eggs in it, and this is the basket. So those are our 6 projects. Of course, the candy is not going to stay in when you lay it out. So there's our 6 projects from the craft along. And then in the PDF, there are 2 bonus projects. So this is my bonus project. I think I did show you that earlier. And then Allie's, I did not have a chance to make Allie's, but I can kind of show you the picture. She is the little bunnies and chicks and flowers again. And she is that scallop here. This is what I was saying about using scallops for, layers instead of just as a scallop on the basket. So there you go. I'd love to know which is your favorite. Please make a comment. We love to hear from you. Let us know which one is your favorite. And any other ideas you got from our craft along. This time we're working on another one. So this is not working. Let me get rid of these little Easter eggs. So we'd love to have you follow us and join us for crafting and just making friends. There we go. Can't get them all in the picture. I'll bring you back up here to say goodbye. Thanks again so much for being here for our 2 days of Easter Made Easy with Joey and Allie. And we hope we'll see you for the next one. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to help you. Thanks again. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.